Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. I'm TCaptainX. There are three main pillars to getting better at Warzone: your aim, movement, and decision making. And today we're going to be focusing on that third one, decision making, by breaking down a high kill Rebirth Island gameplay. We actually made a lot of mistakes, but we're still able to come back and capitalize with a 20+ kill win in solo versus trios lobby. Now I'm landing here at Control Center. It's where I like to land. Very hot drop, high risk, high reward. This can be good because you can come out of the first circle with a lot of kills. It can also be bad here. Pick up an AS Val here, and you'll notice I'm kind of chasing this guy around here, just trying to have good centering, trying to kind of slide and pre-aim through everything here. Now you'll notice that when I got this kill, I'm gonna get a few pings on the minimap here. We've got one that is across the street on my level because of the solid dot, and we've got one here at Control with an up arrow indicating he is above me at Control here. So since this guy is on my same level, I'm gonna try to go after him and prioritize him first once I get fully plated up. Go out the door, we're looking this direction, trying to find him. There he is. Gonna get the down and finish. However, as we look at the minimap, I'm gonna start getting shot from the right from this guy who is on my level, not too far to the right here. So immediately try to get to cover, try to plate up here, laying down so he doesn't have an angle here. Try to see and pre-aim where he is, and I run out of ammo. So I have to switch to my pistol. At this point though, I am absolutely one shot here. Now, what you don't want to do is a lot of people are gonna panic here and they start to like run away or they try to immediately reach out. Just wait. I'm just gonna sit here between, and then that pause kind of makes him almost like feel uncomfortable because he's like, oh, I've got him weak. I need to push. He's not showing himself. I pause, and then we go out and peek here. So I'll play that back here. We get plated up. We try to chow here. I miss some shots, run out of ammo, wait with the pre-aim, and then he's also 1 HP. I go out, finish my kill. I'm gonna grab the armor satchel. First thing I do before I start running around out of the open is get plated up. Once I've got plated, I'm gonna go loot him and try to find a better gun here. He only had like a shotgun, and then I'm gonna find his PP919. Got a guy landing in here, immediately go for him. Gonna get the down. I'm trying to kind of loot here simultaneously, but when I get the finish, eyes immediately go to the minimap. We've got two dots pinging right above me here. So what happens here is I didn't realize this guy was this close and was landing on me. And as I am mid reload, I realize I don't really have time to finish this reload. So what you can do here is where you can YY, or you can rapidly press your Y or triangle button or whatever your weapon switch button is, because doing that will cancel your reload. I do that, but for some reason mine just messed up. I must have only hit it once instead of twice, and I switched to the AS Val, which did not have any ammo in it, and I ended up losing that fight because there was a second enemy there. I probably would have died regardless because there was a third or second enemy there, but it's all good. So I started out with 4 kills, so not a bad start. I'm not gonna land back there, we're gonna land elsewhere. So I'm kind of just looking around. I wanna find an area where I don't see a bunch of shooting going on, where I can find it's hopefully unlooted here. We're gonna go, get a red box, get a C9, get an armor box, get plated up here, and we're good to go at this point. Now I could have kind of just kept looting around here, but I didn't really see or hear anyone in the area, so I'm gonna decide, now that I've got some decent guns like a C9, I'm gonna get back into action. I'm gonna fly back over to Control because I know there are people there, and my goal was I want to drop a decently high kill game. So I'm gonna keep looting because I would also like to get to $7,500 so that I can buy a loadout. Now, I am clearly hearing some footsteps that I believe are above me. So as I come out this doorway, I'm gonna slide and I'm gonna start to center my aim to the left in case someone is there, and there they are. This guy's also kind of mid-looting, gonna pick up an easy kill, but my eyes now go to the minimap and I see 2 down arrows out here in the open. Since they're in the open, I recognize, I'm like, oh, I can probably go get some kills here. And I looted a Cypher, which if you haven't watched my other best loadouts video, the Cypher is the best AR, especially on Resurgence. We pick up 1 kill, and we pick up a second kill. The Cypher is just incredibly good here. Now, I realized I made a mistake here in that I didn't realize that that last guy was actually self-resing, and for some reason, I just kind of let him go. So I get this second finish, and this guy is right down here. He is self-resing, and for some reason, I think I heard footsteps under me, and I just kind of panicked, and I never went back and finished that kill. So that was a mistake I made that could have led to an extra kill here. Now, I don't have a lot of AR ammo, so I need to kind of loot around here and get some ammo. I just saw a guy land up over here. I'm trying to fight him. Now I'm getting shot from prison. I dive off, and I just get beamed with 2 dudes from that both have Cyphers. The Cypher, as you can already tell probably if you haven't yet, It is incredibly, incredibly good, and you have to be very, very careful when fighting enemies with the Cypher. If they have good shots, they are just going to absolutely delete you. So I've got 6 kills, not a bad start, but I've died twice already. Now I need to go land somewhere else and hopefully find kind of a safe area to loot so I can finally get my loadout down so I can get my loadout guns, get my perks, and get all that, and just kind of put me in a better position to hopefully win more gunfights. So after looting a little bit, go ahead and grab loadout. We're gonna throw it down. Now I'm gonna get my overkill class here, which is gonna be my 2 5 attachment guns, and I'm running the Ames 85 and the C9. Ames is probably not quite the best option on a Resurgence, but it's still a fantastic low recoil option. And I'm gonna head back over to Control because I know there are people there, and I'm gonna just kind of start third-partying these guys that are fighting here. Now I'm hearing a lot of people flying in. I'm gonna catch this guy landing in on his loadout. And then when I see another one, now you'll notice is this guy is down here, but I'm not taking the time to try to finish him right now. I know this guy was landing in from respawn, so I know he absolutely does not have a self-revive. So I'm gonna focus on the people that are up and in front of me that could potentially kill me. Use my throwing axe to get the finish. And another guy landing in when now there are 1, 2 people in front of me. And I realized at this point, I'm not in a great position because I don't really have any cover to work with. If these guys both turn and shoot at me, I'm in a bad spot. I am gonna switch to the Ames here and notice how I start backing up down the hill because I'm trying to use the hill as cover. The last thing you wanna do is put yourself in a position where you don't have cover. If you start getting shot, you need to have an exit plan where you can get to and you can reset, replay it up. Now I'm able to get this guy down, run out of ammo, and then I just get, again, insta-deleted from somebody with a Cypher. Again, that is the Cypher. That's just kind of the meta we're gonna be dealing with. It is a very fast time to kill gun, and as long as you have decent recoil, you can just delete people with it. Now the loadout's right here. I just died right here. Obviously, if I landed straight on the loadout right here, I'm dead. So I'm gonna land close, but a little bit off. I'm gonna try to go through kind of the underground area. I'm gonna try to loot some boxes, get some guns, and try to get my respawn timer back a little bit before I go for the loadout. So as I'm going, at first it seems clear, but then, uh-oh, there's a guy right in front of me. He is actually weak. We got another one landing. I'm gonna try to pick him up, try to live ping him through the tree, but I can't kind of quite see him. I'm gonna quickly grab my loadout again when I did not realize there was a guy to the right. Again, he's got a Cypher. I get deleted. I've died, I think, 4 times in this game already, and I'm gonna end up dropping over 20 kills in the win in this game. But this is the reason I picked this game to break down is because I wanted to show you guys that you don't have to be perfect to still drop high kill games. I made a lot of mistakes. Some of these were it is what it is. There wasn't much else I could have done, but some of those mistakes I could have absolutely played smarter, and I could have just put myself in a better position here. Now, at this point, I'm gonna fully admit I kind of just like went brain dead here, and I was like, screw it, I don't care, I'm landing back on my stuff. Don't do this. What I should have done was land off a little bit because this guy that just killed me 10 seconds ago is now running to loot my stuff. So I realized that, and I'm like, oh crap, I have to run away and hopefully survive. So we're just running like a madman. I can't find any guns. I'm gonna find a pistol of all things. And I'm gonna just keep working away and trying to get away. I need to get some plates. I need to get some guns. Reminder, you can shoot these little red cardboard or wooden boxes if you didn't know that. They almost always will drop a plate. And again, I'm trying to stay alive here. My respawn timer is about to come back. But I need to eventually get some better guns and work back here. Now I'm gonna loot a sniper, and at this point, you know what? I'm gonna use what I got. I kind of third party here. I'm able to pick up a knock here. Got a munitions box that I looted as well. And then I'm also gonna end up looting a Cypher, which, hey, probably the best ground loot gun you could ask for right now this season. Hit a headshot there. Unfortunately, that is just outside of the one-shot range of the frost line. Trying to keep the pressure on here, but just not quite able to hit these shots. Put down the sniper. I know, I understand. And at this point, after I've missed a few shots, I'm like, I'm kind of debating, do I want to keep fighting this? And eventually I'm going to realize, you know what? Nope. I suck at sniping. Let's go get my AR. Sniping's very hit or miss for me. I'm either amazing with it or I just can't hit the broadside of a barn. Almost picked this guy up with the ground loot Cypher. Get my guns. Now I am hearing audio cues. I clearly heard some audio in this direction, which is why I'm looking here. And notice how I'm using the loadout box as cover here. Loadout boxes are a great source of cover because they actually give you almost like a natural like heady where your head is just barely above. I'm able to pick up a kill here. My eyes go to the mini map here and I do see a red dot with a down arrow pretty close to me. Now from map awareness, I know this guy is up in here in showers in the down low area. However, I get an audio cue that there's a guy behind me and you might have just saw him kind of clip through here. And so one mistake I've seen a lot of people do is when they see someone, they see them and they just run to them. A lot of the times when somebody is close to you, you just need to see them and wait. So I'm just gonna wait and I'm just kind of like aiming in this general direction, seeing if he pushes when I catch him right above me. I get a quick down. Now, remember from that minimap ping from earlier, there was a guy that was pinging over here, down in here, which is why I'm gonna clear this and check this. I don't see anyone, so then I decide to kind of plate up and we're gonna reload and we're gonna go back because I need to go get that finish here. At this point, this guy may have self-revived. So when I come around the corner, here comes, you just barely heard that self-revive sound. And we have 1, 2, 3, and to add to this, I have 0, I'm fully plated, but I have 0 extra plates here. So I am not in a great situation. These two guys are running away, but we've got the one guy in the corner who is, maybe he just, not sure what he's doing. I'm able to pick that kill up and I get the finish here. But I've got, obviously the two enemies have moved up here, but now I have 0 plates after that fight. So we go in, I'm gonna find 1 plate, and this is where, again, off that same principle I just talked about, sometimes it is better to just slow down and wait. When you are in a bad situation, you're outnumbered, sometimes you kind of have to play the quote unquote camper role and you want to let them come to you. I'm hearing a lot of footsteps around me. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to slowly peek out and I'm just going to very slow aim walk this because I'm hearing audio and this guy is just kind of wait. He's not sure where I am. And part of that, the reason why he didn't know where I was is because I'm not running around making a bunch of footstep audio. When you just sometimes sit and wait, sometimes that's better to do because you're not providing any information to the enemies on where you may be. So I get that. Now my eyes again immediately go to the minimap and I see the dot right next to me. And so I know he's just over here beside me. And now I slide down here, I do pick up plates, but as I round the corner, this guy is right in front of me. I obviously do not have time to plate up. I could have said, nope, I'm gonna plate up, I'm gonna run away. But instead, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna take the fight. I hit really good shots. I hit chest and a lot of headshots, and I barely win that fight for a nice team wipe there. That was a 1v3 situation without any plates, all because of just me breaking each person down and just playing slow. There wasn't anything magical I did there besides I just played slow and it was able to isolate people in 1v1s instead of a 1v3. So we've got 13 kills, third circle. At this point, this is not like a crazy high-paced game or anything. I've died a lot of times, but again, we can still turn this into a very solid game here. Gonna pick up a guy running in the open here. One thing I want to point about what I did here, this is a subtle thing, but having this kind of like control of your character is very important. When this guy runs in the open right here, as he comes this way, I'm not going to have an angle on him. So I have to be able to perfectly kind of time this jump and land on this ledge so that I can stay up here, keep my high ground and not fall down, but have an angle to down him. Again, when I get my down, eyes go to the minimap, I've got 3 arrows pinging down below me out in the open. So we're gonna work from high ground here. I'm gonna look back here, I'm trying to see here. Now I didn't pick up at first, but there is a guy, I think getting revived, like laying right here. And if I would have recognized this earlier, I could have gotten probably both these kills. He runs away, but this guy makes a mistake and kind of runs to the open. If he would have ran straight to cover, he probably could have gotten away. So I pick up the one. The other one has moved this way. He's clearly where my bounty is. And I've got the last one is somewhere in this area. So I'm looking, see a guy over there as well. When, really bad timing here. This guy takes the zip, which would have been fine. If he just took the zip, I would have easily killed this guy. But the other teammate beams me and is gonna take all of my plates off here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide away. By sliding away, I cut off the angle of both people. Obviously this guy is very close, but he doesn't have an angle because of this structure that is right in front of me here. Now, normally I run stims here. I had accidentally picked up smokes at some point though. And so instead, I'm just gonna throw the smoke down because that's gonna still create some degree of just where they can lose me. If I would have had a stim, I would have rechowed and tried to just fight with the stim. So I smoke, I slide back to cover, And again, just notice how we are in and out of the smoke, and I'm just in and out, sliding in and out. I barely won the gunfight, but because of just the quick movement back and forth, plus the smoke, I'm able to just sneak away. Now I very clearly hear the zip line ascender, so all I gotta do is I pre-aim and I just start shooting. I had no idea that guy was actually there, but thanks to the fact that I'm running the tracker perk, makes it very easy for me to see him once I'm shooting him. Now, okay, a lot of has happened here. I get this down, but at this time, the gas is also moving in on me. I also accidentally looted a bad gas mask, just like kind of panic there. Now there is a whole team that is up over here that is basically holding me, and the zone is moving in, so I have to go. I recognize this, but I realize I have a PA. I'm gonna get behind cover here. I'm gonna PA them. I try to smoke, but man, I just get deleted again. This whole lobby, I just kept getting just insta-fried by people. I don't know, I think everyone was just using the Cypher. It is what it is. Sometimes, you know, could I have played that better? Absolutely. Could I have been quicker to get to cover, to throw the smoke faster? Of course. And those are like those little 1% differences that you can get better at here. Now, I want to go back just a tad here. The reason I land out all the way here at Bio is because, you know, I could have, even though I did get, I downed these guys with my PA after I killed them, or after I died, it's just too risky for me to go back here and try to get my guns. I have a lot of money here. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the farthest buy station out in Narnia here, which is this one way out here. The problem is there is a person at Bio here. So I think, so when I land, I clearly hear footsteps, and I think I might have saw one on the roof too. I'm not sure if I did or not. And you can now hear the shooting and the minimap ping up here. So I realize, okay, there's someone here. So I'm not going to buy a loadout. If I buy a loadout and I throw it down, everyone is gonna know a loadout went down there, and they're gonna look over and they're gonna be me. So instead, I'm just gonna buy my guns. I'm gonna buy both my guns. I'm gonna buy some plates. I'm gonna buy a self-res, a gas mask, a UAV, and munitions, because I had a ton of money. So now I've done all this, but let's take a look at the minimap here. If you see the minimap, there is a red box around the minimap. If you didn't know, this means that there is an enemy UAV in the area and I'm on it. Now this could be someone farther away, or it could be these people that are right here. So because of that, I'm like, these guys might know I'm here. I call my UAV, and then I got 2 pings, and they're right on the edge here. So I'm like, oh, they probably know I'm here, which is why I peek, I kind of see this guy, I switch, and I play off the kind of natural cover of this rock. As soon as I get this down, I go, because I've got to get to the next piece of cover where they don't have an angle on me. I've got to kind of cut off their line of sight, and I've got to, I need to get up here and I need to deal with these guys and push them here. Now there's 2 stairwells in Bio. I could go the inside one or the outside one. It's a really a 50-50. But notice how once I get closer, I'm gonna aim walk. When I start aim walking, I don't really make any footstep noise. I check in here, see if they're in here. We're gonna keep aim walking, not making any noise. I'm gonna switch to the AR for one, because on my MP5, on my C9, I'm using a laser. So I don't want them to see the laser. And 2, just because I'm not hearing anything on me, so I'm assuming if they're up here, they're on the farther side. So I'm gonna slowly round out pre-aiming. This guy's up here, we catch him. Now I get the down, and notice how I instantly look over in this direction, because if we remember from before, there were 2 dots on the UAV. So I am instantly looking and expecting that second person, because I know there's another one here. And I look for a moment, don't see anyone. So I'm like, okay, cool, I can go out and loot. I check the other corner. Okay, we're good. When, bam, all of a sudden, this guy's actually was up here the whole time, but we had some nice movement and we were able to win that fight here. And again, this is another situation where instead of I slide to cover, we kind of lay down here and we use this to cut off line of sight. And this is going to be a very nice, just simple lateral slide cancel. Make it so I'm a moving target and make it very hard here. Just that fast movement makes it so much harder for him to track me. So this is where we start combining decision making, aim, and movement to kind of round everything out here. Now, I believe I just finished a most wanted bounty, or a top bounty or whatever, and that gave me basically an advanced UAV when I did that. So now I have this advanced UAV where I have the directional arrows and a change they made in season Two was that you now have the down or up arrows plus the bird's eye where you can really see where they are. So we're gonna jump up here. Obviously this guy's right in front of me, easy kill here. I'm gonna start looking to the next guy. He's kind of behind cover though, there's not much I can do. My eyes go mini map and I realize this guy is a lot closer. So I'm gonna get back, reload, reposition slightly, take another angle. Bam. It looks very suspicious almost because it looks like I'm aiming straight at this guy, but it's because I know exactly where he is based off the mini map here. Now he's gonna be smart, he gets to cover. Again, we're gonna reload. You gotta be careful about trying to like peek up here. Now I'm gonna ping the top bounty here because again, or the big game bounty, if I complete this, it's gonna give me an advanced UAV whenever you complete those. This guy's trying to catch a buy at the buy station. I just barely knock him as he gets in, but you'll notice I get a knock and then I start getting armor breaks. This tells me that there has to be a second player right there, because you wouldn't get an armor break after you already downed someone. So I know that his teammate is right in here, even though I can't see him because I must be wall banging him through the door. So I realize I can go push this. Now, most of you guys would just go push through where you downed him. If there is an option, you always want to push from an alternate angle. Never push from the same way that you were just shooting or pushing from. So I try to go through here, except for some reason, I don't know why, my guy just falls off. So I decide, I'm like, should I go through here? When I start, I just barely hear that self-res noise. So then I'm like, you know what, I just gotta go. Side cancel around, pre-aim, good shots. Always make sure you are going for the guy that is rezzing and not the guy that is downed. Make sure you finish the guy that is alive first and has the potential to shoot you first. Now, because I finished that that big game bounty, I now have an advanced UAV. So I know where the last guy is. He is right here. He is on my level in industries here because there's no up or down arrow. So immediately I turn around. I start pre-aiming when he shock sticks me. Immediately run back. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to mess with this. Let me reload. Let me reset here. I don't want to die to a stupid shock stick here. Gonna get everything reloaded, get good to go. You can see, now for a moment there was a down arrow, now it goes back to a solid arrow. So he's kind of where he is. The reason it's like that is because he's kind of like at a half level below me. He's on the half stairwell that's right up here, which is why I'm gonna pre-aim, and I am pre-aiming right where his head would stick up. And I'm gonna go to cover. Now, when I check the minimap again, now it is a full down arrow, and now I can see he's moving back here. Got some grenades, gonna throw him, doesn't really matter. I have a ton of money here, so I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna very quickly pop a UAV. Okay, we've got the down arrow, so now I know he's below me. And he happens to chow out. Now, I was already pre-aiming here. This should be an easy kill. Get him cracked, should be able to side in, get a kill. Oh crap, he threw a shock stick. This guy is like Houdini with the shock sticks. But thankfully, I'm gonna just keep my aim centered on him. Able to get the finish just through with the hip fire, and then my game is gonna bug out there, so I'm gonna mute my audio. But guys, I hope you found this helpful. I hope you can tell that you don't have to be perfect to still drop some high kill games. It is really all about just keeping the pace going and making mostly right decisions, and sometimes things work out. So if you found the video helpful, leave a like, subscribe for more. Come check out a stream here on YouTube or Twitch. See you in the next one.